This is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie.
Nova.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie on Nova, guys. If you haven't heard the announcement, you may have just realised Kate Ritchie has joined the Fitzy and Wippa show. The big announcement today. We love Kate. We've worked with her for a very long time, and it's awesome to welcome her into the team. Enjoy the podcast.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie.
On Nova.
Let's talk about teachers. They do an amazing job. You know, we had parent-teacher interviews last night.
How was the feedback?
With Lenny's teacher, and she's magnificent. You know what? To see the passion, she had a couple of years off, but now she's back into it again. But to see the passion, the dedication, she loves interacting with these kids and seeing improvement.
Isn't it awesome? Like, to care so much about someone else's kids and the growth of that child.
It's amazing.
Teachers, I take my hat off.
I want your feedback on this teacher after she's the teacher.
Well,
next year when she's no longer grading him and exactly responsible for his upbringing.
I know,
don't be rude, please.
Do you know what? She was actually so good because we said to her, look, you know, Lenny, it's a bit hard with Lenny at the moment. He hasn't fallen in love with a book yet. At the moment, he and his mates, they feel like a book is you got to read it as quick as you can and get on to the next one.
Yeah.
And he hasn't fallen in love. I said, we might need your help because he doesn't listen to our recommendations at all.
Okay.
He's like, nah. And I said, mate, your brother, you've got a whole set of Goosebumps there. Goosebumps is amazing.
Yeah.
Nah.
Is he too old for...
Huey's already read it. I don't want to read it.
Is he too old for Ando's ninja books?
Well, no.
Ted loves them.
Yeah, he's into Bad Guys and stuff like that at the moment.
Bad Guys is
but
great.
She was really good. She came up with the ideas of, you know what, if he's not really into reading at the moment, another idea is audio book. And we were like, yeah, but don't they have to read? And she goes, no. This can open up a whole new world of language.
That was me.
And inflection and the way that they speak.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, yeah, and David Williams would be a perfect one for that.
David Williams is awesome.
Yeah.
Remember I told you the story about when we had to read a Macbeth. What did we do? We had a Shakespearean story.
Hamlet. Yeah, Hamlet.
Yeah, I went to the library and said, I'm here to grab the audio version of Helmet. Which she said, what?
Great band. Great
really good
hard rock band.
I said,
Yeah.
no, yeah, you know, Shakespearean's Helmet. Shakespeare's Helmet. You got that there? You mean Hamlet? Either or.
Do you know what?
I'm not fussed.
There are teachers out there, though, that can be a little bit too passionate sometimes, and their teaching methods might be a little bit unorthodox. All right? So when a child... When a child asks a teacher, okay, so this is over in the US, maths teacher, 5th graders, right? And they were asking about, on TikTok at the moment, there's a few chokeholds going on. So the teacher, this is what happened.
A school math coach in Connecticut is now facing several criminal charges after she allegedly put several 5th grade students into a chokehold.
She did.
Yeah, 2 of them passed out.
Come on, miss, choke me out.
2 of them passed out and had to go to hospital.
I mean, you've got a serious level of anger as a teacher if you go, you know what? I'm actually going to demonstrate this. Hey, little Johnny from down the back, get up here now.
I do.
She dreamt of it.
There's nothing better when a teacher loses it. Like it's, I've had enough.
Yeah.
I've had enough. I mean, for a student in class, it's entertainment.
Of course.
Oh, my God, she's cracked.
And
This
the
is it.
anticipation before
He's
the
gone.
crack.
Oh, no, he's losing it.
Told you about a teacher we had. We called him Cyclone Collins. And he had bad acne on his neck, the poor man. But what would happen, he would go so red in the face when he got angry, and he would blow up so quickly. That's why he was called Cyclone. And as he started to get angry, right?
You call him Earthquake, Colin?
Just as he started to get angry, everyone in the class would sit there and go...
No.
And it would build and build
Only
to the
imagine.
point where he would yell out, "It's not funny!"
Oh, no.
And storm out of the classroom.
There's the cyclone.
And it was... Oh, thanks, Macca, for helping out. If I was lacking with my own sound effects. Thank you, buddy.
Let's go to Frank in Bondi. Hi, Frank. How are you, buddy?
Morning, boys.
Did you have an extreme teacher?
Yeah, we did. So it was 1975. It was a boarding school, and we had a teacher, and all our desks in those days were a wooden seat that was connected to the desk.
The desk,
and
yeah.
the
Oh,
front
yeah.
would flip up
I remember them.
where you put your books. Anyway, this particular day, this student, who was, I think, testing on a good day, got the teacher of sixth class to the stage that he couldn't, or year 6 to the stage that he couldn't bear any more. So he went down and he grabbed the student by the hair and proceeded to drag him out of the classroom.
Whoa.
What he didn't realise was that his foot had got twisted in the back end of the chair. So we're all sitting there, and I'd gone to a boarding school at the age of 10, and the teacher's dragging this kid by the hair, but his foot's stuck in the desk, so he's dragging the desk as well, dragging him up to the front door of the classroom, out, and we were on the second balcony, and he opened the lid of the thing, and he threw all his books off the balcony.
Oh, he's lost it. That was the day.
Completely, and he was there teaching again the next day, which probably wouldn't happen today.
No way, he would be gone, flicked.
It's a great effort.
Oh, geez, that would have been entertaining to watch as a student.
I told you about our art teacher, and she left the room for 5 minutes, I don't know, and said, I'll be back in a moment. And one of the boys got an adhesive spray and put it all over a chair.
That's silly.
Funny idea to think you could possibly stick your teacher to the chair until she sat. He'd put so much spray on it. The minute she sat down, it went straight through her pants. And she was just wet. And she jumped up and screamed, "These are my brand new country road pants."
Oh, and country road would have cost a fortune.
Would have cost a fortune. I think she had a member's discount and everything. But it was just devastating for Miss Calvert. Emma, welcome to the show. You have an extreme teacher, is that right?
Yes, I did. And it was actually when I was back in kindergarten. So I'm 30 now, and I always remember this memory. But basically, he kind of had a tendency of lashing out, like, out of nowhere sometimes. So what had happened was he asked everyone to produce, like, this nice artwork of a landscape, colour it in, draw it, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he had us all sit down. So obviously he had marked it after we submitted the task, and it was probably at the end of the day. And he had us all sit down on the floor, and he was talking, like, so one by one he was going through it, and then he came to my one and said, "Oh, you know, this is such a great artwork, but there was no name on it." So I used to write really, really small. He always used to have a name on it. I just used to, like, be quite OCD when it used to come to, like, handwriting and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then he asked, you know, "This is such a great artwork, but unfortunately there's no name on it, so I can't really praise it enough." And then obviously as a kindergarten student, I had put my hand up, and I was like, "Oh, that's actually mine." And at that case, he lashed out completely, like just went crazy in front of everyone. And I remember hiding my shoes from my mum, like, several times because I didn't want to go to school. He was like, I was just so embarrassed.
Psycho.
Oh, no, he
Psycho teacher.
Just because you didn't put your name on there, Emma.
Yeah, well, my name was on it.
Just in little
It was
writing.
really small.
Yeah, I mean, Emma's done the right thing, and what a great story, too, to kick this off.
Well done, Emily in Currans Hill. Did you have an extreme teacher, Em?
Yeah, definitely did. I was in year 8 and we were doing a gymnastics lesson and we were asked to do front flips off the little mini tramp. That day I forgot to bring my sports hat, and she refused to let me participate unless I wore a baseball helmet. And wearing that baseball helmet wasn't exactly safe because, you know, I'm quite sure you could get pretty close to breaking your neck if you're trying to flip with that on.
You had to do front flips with a baseball helmet on.
What was the result, Em?
Yep. Well, I refused to participate and said, well, no, I'll just sit out for the whole entire lesson, so I got a detention.
Oh, well done for standing up to her, though, and going, you know what, it's not safe, so I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Good call, Em.
I did that too, but she didn't care. She was like, no, not having it.
Yeah, another great
Radio,
story.
I'll just sit out for the lesson.
Thanks, Em.
Johnny in Forestville, did you have an extreme teacher?
Yeah, I did. We had a bully at school in year 10, and he was holding the door in the school hallway shut with about 20 or 30 kids on the other side of the door trying to open the door. And the science teacher saw the situation and came up from behind the guy, Tim, who was holding the door shut, and corked him thigh, and he fell to the ground.
Yeah.
And then the 20 or 30 kids opened the door and walked over the top of it.
He corked him in the thigh.
He need him in the leg, which corkies you go straight down for those, and then everyone just stampeded over him, John.
Did he keep his job as a teacher, John?
Oh, yes, a lot of other people cheered because this kid was nasty.
God, I suppose back then you would have got a promotion. Went on to be the principal. Turn up in a suit the next day. Good on you, Johnny. Thanks for your story, mate.
Well done.
Book for Holiday U this summer.
Because Aussies act a little different on holidays. More daring, relaxed, and sometimes more fancy.
And What If has all kinds of accommodation to suit your style.
Book your next getaway on the What If app. What If? It's Aussie for travel. Let's talk about the 8 tips you need, guys, to lift your life and step into the weekend and really launch, mate. You know when someone says, what do you got on tonight? You go, I don't really know. I'm thinking about going out for a couple of beers, and then you get there and you realise you're not having just a couple, mate. You're about to launch.
Yeah, you're about to sit down and have a real crack.
Isn't it great when you have those nights where you think, I won't do anything? And then something happens, you're out and about, and then someone says, let's go here. Someone says, let's go there. Yeah. The next thing you know, it's Wednesday.
Sporadic, not planned. They are the best, aren't they? Not the next day, they're not. That's for sure.
No, or the following week or the week after that. But that's okay. Let's go through a couple of truths, guys, which really we need to look in the mirror and say to ourselves. Have you these 8 harsh truths about life and yourself? Basically saying, stop down, stop blaming everybody else, and just have a good look at yourself. I don't think we do that enough, mate. I don't think we do it.
Okay.
It's not you. Sorry, it's you, not them. If things continue to end up exactly the same in your life, maybe you're the common denominator. Have you thought about that?
What do you mean?
You know when people do the same thing and expect a different outcome? Isn't that the definition of insanity? Where you go, oh, what am I doing in my life? What am I doing wrong? And then people don't realise that's just them.
Right, okay.
You know?
It's but negative thoughts all the time. If you're going to have negative thoughts all the time, you're just going to be down the whole time.
What about this for a TV show idea? It's called Honesty. So your friends are less likely to tell you to your face the truth than a stranger is, because they don't care about hurting you as much as your friends. Yeah. And on the TV show, everybody, you come out onto the stage, tell everybody a bit about yourself, and then what's not working for you in your life. So you might come out and go, I just can't find someone. And then everybody in the audience, including some friends that are scattered in there, write down why they can't find someone, and it's the truth, and then they hand them to the host of the show, who then reads it out to the person sitting in the chair.
So what, they tell him what's wrong with that person?
No one tells anybody the truth.
Right.
So if you've got a room full of strangers, you're able to then go, have a look at you. You know?
What an awesome show.
It's your hair, it's your outfit, and it's the way you speak. But no one's going to tell you that. But that's what it is.
Poor bloke's up on stage just getting absolutely ripped.
He chose to go on the show because no one says it to his face.
Why would anyone want to go on the show?
Because they want the truth. Welcome to Honesty.
Do people want the truth, though? Do you want to be told that you're a mess?
Huh?
Like if you're going
on the show.
If you're going on the show, do you want to
telling me now?
Yeah, you're an absolute mess. You're on the show.
I already knew it. Let's go for this. Set better boundaries, right? I met a guy the other day and he said, you know when you're losing weight or you're trying to gain something or a certain level in fitness, he doesn't understand how people fail. In his mind, if you set the goal, you do it. Yeah. Like, I love that because I've failed numerous times at whatever I might be doing. But he says, if someone wants to lose weight and they're not losing weight, I don't understand it. Yeah. Like, that is headstrong. I wish I had that. Stop living in denial. Accept that people care about the things that you care about. People are always living in denial. Go and live out your fantasy. What is your fantasy? Tick that off in your life.
I don't know. Has anyone got a fantasy on the show? Like, is there a fantasy out there? And don't go down that road. Like, what would a fantasy be?
Are we talking professionally?
Well, yeah.
In your life. If you could do anything in your life, what is your fantasy?
I'd love to live in Germany for a year. And I'd love to pack up the family and go and live in Germany.
Why Germany?
I just think it's the most beautiful country in the world. Dotty back history, but they've turned that around with a lot of positivity. Yeah. And now it just would be, they do winters well, they do Christmas well, they have great food, great beer. Where else would you rather?
Winters well?
Well, they do Christmas well. You just go on Instagram, and all you see is the best Christmas in the world. The Christmas markets look amazing.
You could knock over your fantasy in Oktoberfest.
Who are you following? Who are you following on Instagram that shows you what's happening on a German Christmas.
A lot of Christmas accounts and a weird algorithm.
And I had this conversation with Dad when he turned 70. I said, Dad, what do you want to do in this world? What's one thing you've always wanted to do? He didn't know. And I said, what's your fantasy? He said, I'd love to go fishing in the Bay of Islands in New Zealand. I went, let's go fishing. Yeah. So we went fishing and played out that fantasy.
You see, that's
a lot easier to do than a year in Germany.
Mind if I just take the OB kit, Tom, and I just do the traffic from there?
I wouldn't be surprised if you did, Matt.
My cousin got a wedding in Germany. How long are you gone for? 12 months.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie.
Nova.
Well, now it is not Fitzy and Wippa with you on Nova anymore. It is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie on Nova.
Wow.
Congratulations, Kate.
Thank you. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, it is. It's congratulations for us. I'm a bit shattered that we don't get our full names. Could we go with Ryan Fitzgerald and Michael Whitfley with Kate Ritchie on the show?
It's so true, and I suggested a change. I suggested even Ryan, Mikey, and Kate Ritchie.
Mikey?
Yeah.
When people call you Mike, I don't know who they're talking about. In fact,
my mum.
I think I saw you. We saw each other last week, and you started telling me a story about Ryan, and I had to say,
Ryan James.
Is that Ryan? Is Ryan? Have I met Ryan?
Yes, you have.
You said that's that guy there.
Tall bald guy in the corner.
Can you ask Whip what his name was going to be when he was born, Kate?
What was it going to be?
Jean-Paul. Dad wanted to call me Jean-Paul or Stephen.
My dad's name is Stephen, so be very careful.
Nothing wrong. Which kind?
What do you mean? Oh, with a V.
With a V.
Oh, no, a PH. What am I? Oh, my goodness, how embarrassing.
Stephen.
Dad, I hope you're not listening.
Sorry, Dad. Good stuff. Sorry, Dad.
In fact, I don't have a dad. I just made that up. They said it's going to be helpful if you've got some dad stories.
Oh, okay.
Kate, we've got to introduce you to some of our favourites, our family on the show. Mandy from Mascot is one. You hear her every Friday morning. Mandy, welcome.
Thank you very much. I just want to wish a big congratulations to Kate. She's going to be an asset to your show, and the ratings are going to go through the roof. Although I thought it was going to be me, but not to worry, Kate's a bit better.
Mandy has unofficially been applying for a job here and a role on the show for a long time. She's part of Riddle Time, so Mandy will often call through with a riddle, which we'll do later on the show.
Yes.
But then she has the catchphrase when someone wins, prizes in the post.
Okay. I like this. Sorry for talking over you, Mandy. I've forgotten how to do this.
You've been out of the game for a while. Phil in DY, you're excited to have Kate on the show, Phil.
G'day, legends. How you doing?
Good, buddy.
Good, Phil.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, I just wanted to welcome Katie to the team. Bloody oath, mate. You're going to be an awesome addition to the team. It's good seeing you on AGT, and good to see hear your awesome voice on the radio.
Oh, that's so nice of you, Phil, but you made you go, but I think you made a real big mistake there.
It's Kate, Phil, not Katie. I'm just looking at the
Kate's not Katie, sorry.
I'm just looking at the branding now. It's definitely Kate. There's no IE. It's not Katie.
And there's even a T in my name.
Too familiar with the Kate. Too familiar with it, mate.
Starting well. Thank you, Philly.
Didn't think anyone would be told off this early.
Well, let's go one more. One of our other favourites, Fatini in Bankstown. Hi, Fatini.
Hi, boys. Hi, Kate. How are you?
Very well, Fatini. Are you a regular on the show as well?
I'm a regular, yeah. I'm going to do a comedy skit next week, God help me.
So Fatini calls up saying I should be on the show as well. She's unofficially applying. And she wants to do, she thinks she's very funny, has lots of funny stories, wants to come in and do a tight five.
Oh, really?
Listen, but you know what I'm better at? A roving reporter, talking to people. I just talk to everyone.
Oh, yeah. You like to be out there on the streets.
Yeah, I talked to this morning. I was actually doing it I was taking photos of the sunrise, and people were just running, not even looking at the sun rising, nothing. So I say good morning. And I made actually a guy stop. He had his ear
no way.
on, whatever. I swear. I go, good morning, and he stopped and goes, oh, good morning, how are you?
See, that's beautiful, Fatini.
Sorry about good morning.
You're putting a smile on everyone's faces. Now, Kate, we wanted to throw a couple of segment ideas at you coming onto the show.
Here now.
Right now, are you up for this?
Yeah,
I mean, this was quick. It was only yesterday, wasn't it? We got together. It was only for probably 20 minutes before I got sick of Wippa. We moved out of the brainstorming meeting.
I ran out. Fatini was trying to say good morning to me. It is. There's some great ideas though. So you only have.
Should we have done this before now?
No. Do it on air brainstorm. You only have to choose 3 of the list to do. We'll lock them in now.
Okay, here we go. Here's the first one.
Kate's
on the road again.
Car Karma Bus.
Okay, so is your husband cheating on you? Your work colleague parking in a disabled spot at Woolies when he shouldn't be? Wow. Follow Kate's journey as she drives out and throws the lowlife under the Karma Bus.
Honk, honk.
Thoughts?
Well, how many do I have to choose from?
Well, there's 3.
Oh, and I have to choose 3.
Yeah, all right, let's go to the second one.
Kate's rates.
Do you want that 75-inch OLED TV from Bingley, but you can't afford it? Let Kate use her profile to stroll in and see how cheap she can snag it for you in Kate's rates.
All right, that sounds pretty good.
I'm not joking. There's legs in that, Tom.
I don't know. I'm not
writing it down.
I'm not good at driving a hard bargain.
Yeah, but if you call, if I call, right, and say, hey, I want to buy a TV, and they go, yeah, $2,000, and then you call and go, hi, I'd like to buy a TV. It's Kate Ritchie speaking.
But that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's $2,000. No, I said it's Kate Ritchie speaking.
Well, it's
$1,500.
but you're not
So
on board with that
embarrassing.
one. Here's the last one.
Release. The rich.
Knockouts.
Have you ever fought in an octagon before, Kate?
Jesus.
We thought this could be an interesting idea if you fought the lowest of the low. So you get into the ring with maths contestants, parking inspectors, One Nation representatives. You get into the ring. Kate Ritchie versus Harrison. You know what I mean? Like
Who's Harrison?
He's from maths. So I know this is going to be really tough for you.
Actually, I have to get my mum on the phone because seriously, she was talking to me about maths the other day because she said you're going to have to be up on all this if you start.
So your mum's on it. She loves the show.
Radio. Well, I don't know if she loves the show. I think she said something awful about that Harrison, and then I said, "Is that the guy with the long hair?" And then this is turning into Fatini's stories.
Isn't it? Yeah, thanks, Fatini. Prizes in the post. Oh, that's Mandy. Hey,
yes.
What's exciting, though, is you're going to learn rapidly because you have an official invite to the Fitzy and Wippa Maths dinner party.
That's amazing. I can
Next
RSVP.
week, Tom?
It's actually on the 23rd. It's a couple of weeks to prepare.
That's my favourite.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's a +1 as well. So if you want to bring your mum along, she can sit
might
next to you,
like
be in your ear and go, that's Jessie, that's Harrison.
She's done that.
Bring her along.
He's done that.
Is she listening this morning?
I would imagine she is.
What's your mum's name?
Heather.
We've got to get Heather on the show.
Heather?
There's a lot of people that you need to introduce us to in your life.
We'll do that very slowly,
And
boys.
Fitzy and Wippa will do that.
Oh, yeah.
It is. It's Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie. It's Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie.
Practice. You've had all week to practice this.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie.
Or is it
on
with
Nova.
Kate Ritchie? Kate Ritchie.
I'm just
Whipper with Kate Ritchie.
still get to be first, which is great news.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie. Nova.
We've got a very good friend in the studio here. He's a former butler to King Charles, and he is now a British etiquette expert and broadcaster. The last time we spoke to Grant was when the Queen passed away.
Yeah.
And he's now here in Sydney in our studio. Grant Harold, welcome.
Welcome, buddy. Mate, there is, for one, first up, it is so good to have you here.
It's great to be back. It's been a few years since I was last in the studio. I think it was about 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years ago,
yes.
yeah. We came over to you last time. We caught up just outside where the royal wedding was. Windsor Castle.
We like to do things in a royal style, don't we?
Yeah.
We do it in a grand
Do you know a story I keep repeating to my kids? And I've shown them photos because the story of you told where there was a figure that was seen up in the window of the tower.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. It was. I think it was one. Was it one evening or something? And some of the staff at Windsor were looking up, and they saw somebody in the round tower. And when they went to check, I'd forgot this story actually. When they went to check, there was nobody. The person that went to check, I think it was a police officer. And there was nobody up there, and whoever he was on the radio to said, "But they're standing next to you." And there was somebody apparently next to this guy.
Wow! But it was a figure. It was a ghostly figure.
I think some of those. Windsor's what 1,000 years old.
Yes.
So it's definitely going to have a few. But can you imagine standing there and there's somebody next to you and you can't see them? That would be it. I would be gone.
How's coronation plans coming along?
It's getting a bit scary, yeah.
It is scarier, and you know it's I don't know. We read out the other day. Apparently, Ed Sheeran and Adele have knocked it back. They can't. Ed's touring, and I don't think Adele is going to perform.
Wow! At one time, if you turned in a royal invitation, you would end up in the Tower of London. So I don't want to be in their shoes. Actually,
You don't,
fun.
do you?
No.
Do you think, and what do you know about whether there's a chance Harry will be at the coronation?
Ooh. It's really difficult. There's in the UK. There's a lot of debate. There's a lot of people that don't want either of them going. There's a lot of people that either want him to go and for her not to go.
How does it feel back home? Sorry,
there's a lot of
anger.
There is.
Right.
There is a lot of anger.
With the book being released.
Yeah, and do you know what's difficult for me? I don't know Meghan. I think I've said to you guys, I knew Harry. I really liked Harry. Yeah. I've got a lot of time for him. I really feel for him. I think, it's the worst thing. You only get one set of parents, obviously, and it's sad that he's lost his mum. And I think from what we're hearing is obviously he's not able to kind of reach his father. And I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, it's one of those things. It's a tricky one, but as far as the actual coronation goes, it wouldn't surprise me if he was there, because I think his father will want him there. I really do think that. If you put everything else to the side, he is still the son of the king. Whether Meghan goes, don't know. Whether they decide to be diplomatic, maybe she doesn't, but then she has his wife. Who knows? It's one of those things we won't know until literally the day.
Are you interested in what's in the book, or not really? Are you interested to hear about his frozen toddler?
Everyone said, have you read it? And I haven't. I'm actually dyslexic, so I struggle a little bit reading.
Wow.
But I do audiobooks. I love audiobooks, and I was half thinking about it, and then I've started doing a lot on social media since I saw you guys, and I do a lot on TikTok, and obviously it comes up on TikTok, and hearing about these frostbitten bits and pieces that fall off and things, I'm a bit kind of like, I don't know if I want to know what's going on here. So it's a bit, it's quite interesting. But what's funny is the Harry that I remember, Harry was quite, he just said it as it was. There was no... Even though he was a royal, he had this great way about him. And to my mind, that's still Harry. That's just Harry saying it as it is.
And, of course, Andrew will be at the coronation.
Andrew will be at the coronation.
Gee, you must love those questions.
Yeah. Do you know, I've just been on a fantastic little cruise ship. Actually, I don't even call it a ship. It's more of a ship. I call it a Britannia with an extra 300 guests on board.
Right, okay.
I've just been on the ship, and I give lectures. I give talks when I'm on the ship. And it's always funny. I always say to everybody, please ask me any questions you want, apart from Harry, Meghan and Andrew.
All right, thanks very much. Have a good night.
All right, 2 questions. That's it. We'll wind it up now. Well, we'll have to check in when the coronation is on.
Definitely. Are you guys coming over for that? Or
There was some talk about it.
Oh, I think you should.
We tried.
Do they need a couple of MCs?
Do you know what I think we should do?
What
Not
do we
only
do?
we should get you in the actual. We should get you in the church for the actual. We should have you there.
If you can do that,
I wish I could.
then we're in.
I wish I could.
Do you know what we did? This was for Will and Kate's wedding. We hired this huge cake. It was a cardboard cake.
Oh, yeah, like a
And
tiered 6-foot cake.
We hid in it.
You're
and
joking.
We wheeled it in and tried to get into Buckingham Palace and say, this is the wedding cake. Years and years later, we looked back on it and said, there could have been a sniper.
Yeah, but the thing was, I was in the cake in a G-string on.
Yeah.
So I was jumping out of the cake as the entertainment.
Oh, this is what worries me. I just suddenly thought, when I say the coronation, I have terrible images of you two somehow sitting on the throne, actually with the crown on your head. I can see this going badly
Just
wrong.
take a selfie, quick.
Yeah, literally, take a selfie. This is, we end up with King Wippa the Fussed,
No,
man.
It's fascinating stuff, mate. We really appreciate you coming in. Welcome back to Sydney, mate. It's good to have you.
And it's great to see you guys.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie.
On Nova.
Now we want to send you to Sydney Zoo, annual pass, and an experience with the meerkat.
Oh, yes.
2 people enter. Only 1 leaves.
Will you make a choice?
There's 60 seconds
60 seconds starts
on the clock.
now.
It's time to play.
Oh my God!
Last
No, Ripper!
standing.
Anyway, shall we?
Visit the new Sydney Zoo down the Great Western Highway at Eastern Creek with free parking. Book now at sydneyzoo.com.
Yeah, you get a couple of hours with the meerkats. They take you to the cafe there at Sydney Zoo, and then you jump into their Tarago. They take you for a drive.
I'll jump in. You've been watching too many Simples ads. What happens with the meerkats? I've done the experience myself. You go in there and you sit very quietly with a little bit of feed in your hand. It's an amazing experience.
So they don't wear a velvet dressing gown?
No, they don't. No,
Damn.
unless you met the Hugh Hefner meerkat, didn't you?
Yeah, that was
no.
amazing.
And then all of a sudden, one head pops up, 2 heads pop up, 3 heads,
Which
and then
one
they
talks?
none of them talk.
Ah, damn.
They have their own little language between themselves, and then they feed from your hand.
Arabella in North Sydney, your kids love playing Last Man Standing.
Yeah, they sure do. We're listening every morning.
All right, good luck today, Arabella.
You got to get past Daniel in Moorebank. Who would you take to the zoo with you, Daniel?
Hey guys, we'll take my nephew and niece.
You're a
That
good
sounds awesome, Daniel.
A bub on the way, so.
You're a good man,
congratulations.
Daniel. What a great uncle. Really good uncle. Arabella's going first. If she gets one wrong, power goes over to Daniel. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds, Sydney Zoo, Meerkats. Well done. Great experience. Arabella, your 60 seconds starts now. What are the 3 colours on the Australian flag, Arabella?
Red, blue, white.
Correct. Including this one, how many seasons of maths have there been?
6.
No, there was 10. Daniel, over to you. Daniel, who is the current host of A Current Affair?
Pass.
Alison Langdon, over to Arabella. Pink's 2024 Summer Carnival Tour will take place at what Sydney venue, Arabella?
Accor Stadium?
Yeah, I'll give you that one, Accor Stadium. What is the collective noun for a group of meerkats?
Mirrors?
Nah, it's a mob. Over to Daniel. In the NRL, the Parramatta Eels are up against who tonight?
The Sharkies.
Yes, that is correct. Who is the current New South Wales Labor leader, Daniel?
Too long,
Too
Daniel.
long. Chris Minns, Arabella. Siri is the virtual assistant belonging to what company?
Apple.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Arabella, you've got it.
Yay! Woohoo!
You've got it. You're off to the zoo. You got the meerkat experience.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Thanks
Daniel's
so much,
angry.
guys. My kids are going to be stoked.
I know.
Daniel's
there was
upset.
There was an article on Chris Minns today, and not many people knowing who he is. We'll have to get him in before the election, Tommy.
Yeah, he's coming in the studio next Thursday, guys.
Oh, well done, Tom.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie.
On Nova.
Is Wippa going to walk in right at the end of each song?
on,
I was worried that you were going to miss riddle time.
90 seconds, Return of the Mac, whatever it's called.
Who goes to the toilet where there's one break to go
When
in the show?
nature calls, sometimes you need to do a wee.
He wasn't in the toilet. I saw him chatting up the.
Okay, mate.
Chatting someone up out.
You're a little bit nervous. You're nervous going into riddle time, are you?
I'm so nervous about
You
this.
got a funny tummy.
There's a lot going on. I don't have a funny tummy. It's just a wee. Let's go to riddle time. Riddle time. Kate Ritchie, welcome to your very first in-studio riddle time.
Thank you. I have played in the car.
How have you gone in the car?
Not very well.
No. Well, I would suspect you'd be consistent with that today. I've got some tough riddles. I thought I'd go in hard. Do you need to do a wee or poo-poo? Why are you squatting
I'm
like that?
squatting. I'm trying to decide whether am I going to. I mean, this is my first day, guys. So I don't know whether am I standing usually or am I sitting? Is it best to? I like to
you feel
play a
like.
game on my feet.
Okay, sure. Me too. I like to be up.
Competitive.
Okay, here we go. You are a bus driver. 8 people get on, 2 people get off. 2 more people get on,
Hang on, I need a pen.
and another 1 get off. Finally, 3 more people get on and 2 get off again. How old is the bus driver?
It's your age.
Ryan
You're-
James
you're the
Fitzgerald.
It's Whipper's age. 'Cause
There
you're
it
the
is.
bus driver.
So, as she reached for the pen, the innocence of a first-time riddle player was noticed.
Well, I started to realise
Yeah.
it had nothing to do with the people getting on and off.
And that's the craft of the riddle. That's the brilliance and the genius in a riddle.
How do you know that he was the bus driver?
Well, I lied.
Because it started with, you are the bus driver.
You are. There's
That's
always
your own age.
Yep. Your own age. 'Cause
Well,
you
I
are-
promise I won't talk through each riddle each.
Yeah, I don't want to have to
week.
break
Let's
it down
not
each
do
time.
this. I know it's boring for everyone.
Tom's got that smile on his face of,
He's
isn't
like,
she cute?
Isn't she?
Tom's doing a bit of, isn't she cute?
Isn't she lovely?
All right, here we go, guys. Second riddle for the morning. You learn my first 3, sing all of me, and call me by my first 2. What am I?
Doesn't make sense
Maybe
at all.
something to do with the alphabet.
Doesn't make.
It's the alphabet, Kate Ritchie. Wow. It's the alphabet.
Yeah, how
It is
cute
the
is
alphabet.
that, Tom Ivy?
So cute.
Wipe that cute smile off your face, Tom. She's cleaning up.
Come over here, you little cutie. Good little well done.
Oh, my God. Well done. Good girl.
Thank you.
You're a good
Can I come back on Monday?
I don't know yet,
no.
mate. It's not 9 o'clock. Hang tight. You've got your pink tickets already, so settle down.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, here we go. I greet you as you enter, but don't say goodbye as you leave. Instead, I greet you again, this time upside down. What am I?
I believe that'd be a foot mat.
Welcome, Matt, MDG.
thank you.
Strong.
It's just as someone who's been nicknamed Foot Matt or Doormat or Welcome Matt my whole life.
Why? Why did you get that?
Well, because my
nickname?
name's Matt, and people like to walk over me. It's a sad reality I deal with every day.
He seems to be very good at these. Is he Googling
Matt.
in there?
I don't know. Quite often, if a game's played and we can't see him in the news booth, there'll be someone outside giving him answers.
I promise
so he does do that.
I promise you, my determination to win riddle time is not that high.
Yes, it is.
It's not top of the priority list.
No.
That was supposed to be the hard ones. Jeez, that was quick.
Yeah, you were going in hard, apparently.
Is that it? We're done.
Tom, are we crunch time on 9 o'clock?
You've got time for one more.
Do a quick one. Do a quick one. I'm in the game.
What?
We had time.
I won't break if you throw me off a bridge and I hit the road, but I will if I hit water. What am I?
An egg. No.
No.
Yeah, good.
When don't you break?
Can I just jump in quickly? It's not a race for the answer because normally there's some thinking time allowed, so it's not quick draw.
No, but if I don't
it's not an obvious answer.
I need to get in first.
Eat, sleep, repeat. Let's do this.
Here we go
again.
Thank you for the opportunity to share. I won't break if you throw me off a bridge and I hit the road, but I will if I hit water. What am I?
Oh, it's because, well, if you throw you off a bridge onto the road, you're on the bridge.
No, you got to work out what it is. What's being thrown, not you.
What are you throwing?
No one's throwing you.
Tom knows it.
It's nothing like daybreak or something like that. Is there a sunset or something?
No, it's a physical, tangible thing. I won't break if you throw me off a bridge and I hit the road, but I will if I hit water. What am I?
If I hit water.
Are we anywhere near it?
No.
Okay.
I don't think anyone's had a go, have they?
Oh, Tom went sunlight.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's lost. He's embarrassed himself so far.
Eggs felt like a good place to play, but apparently
No.
Oh,
If you hit water, tears.
Interesting thought. No.
Something to do with tears.
No. Thank you for contributing, but no.
What happens? What breaks when it hits water?
Is it like an oil? Yeah, like
No.
things
The
that
water
dissipate.
itself, the water break. The water break.
No one's giving birth.
breaks your water.
No one's giving birth. No.
What is it?
I'm having a baby. Well, I'll throw you off this bridge.
No. This is a feel-good one, guys. It's just a fact.
Is there a clue, Whip? Perhaps a clue.
Damn, we should have just gone
Okay,
with
I'll give you a clue. We all fall down.
Humpty Dumpty.
No, mate. What? Wrong nursery rhyme.
We all fall down.
London Bridge.
London-
The bridge. The
Oh,
bridge
the
breaks.
The
bridge breaks.
The Black
Sail?
Death. The Black Death.
Plague.
all fall. A ring, a roses.
A pocket full of posies.
A tissue.
A tissue. Yes. It's not going to break if it hits the road, but if it hits the water, it will fall apart. Wow.
But that's not breaking.
That's
fall
not
apart.
breaking.
Fall apart's getting wet.
Don't hate the riddle, mate.
Oh, this is a disgrace.
How do you think it's gone so far this first hour? I'm a bit iffy on it.
With the opportunity for a new name, would we have the opportunity for new games perhaps next week, Tom?
Oh, well said.
Oh, that's not bad.
Hey,
I'm still up for Release the Rich, get into the octagon.
What do you guys think of the photo of the three faces merged? Have you seen that? That's out and about now, is it, Tom?
Yeah.
I think it's good. I'm a little bit funny about it because I'm in the middle. I don't get my own eye. You guys both have an eye
You
each.
do look like an Australian native animal.
A cassowary? Because of my hair. Someone said, they've got your hair from the promo shot 10 years ago.
That was the last
Why
one.
isn't it grey? And I went, because I don't have grey hair, mate. Anyway, you guys get an eye and I get some
It's
sort of grey hair.
It's quirky. We love it.
Anyway.
No, thank you, Kate.
No, thank you.
This is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie on Nova.